Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy noon Central Time here from Houston, Texas. I'm so excited that y'all could join today for our Accel Lifestyle Verishop Live. My name is Megan Eddings, and I'm the founder and CEO of Accel Lifestyle. And I'm so excited that you'll be with me over the next 30 minutes, or even you can just pop in for 5 minutes during your lunch break. And I'm excited for you all to comment and be part of the journey and the community. So, hello again, Megan, Houston, Texas. But I always want to say, I hail from the great state of Rhode Island. I've been born and raised there, and I've been in Rhode Island 18 years, and Houston about 17 years, and then add some years in between where I lived other places. But you will hear a Rhode Island accent, even though I live in Texas. So, warning, I might say y'all and a use guys all in the same sentence. So, Megan Eddings, and I'm just going to dive right in. So what is Accel Lifestyle? We are an ethical and sustainable apparel company where I actually invented the fabric myself. My background is in chemistry and biochemistry from the University of Virginia. And I was tired of throwing away my husband's stinky workout clothes. Basically, he would do CrossFit really early in the morning, that dry fit kind of wicking material that we all love to work out in, and I couldn't get the stank out of the shirts. So I started researching from a scientific perspective, why do our clothes smell? And basically, it's because the clothes get chock full with bacteria and you can't wash the bacteria out. So the easiest way to describe it is like when you buy a pair of socks, or you have a son that buys a pair of socks, or etc., and they smell really fresh. And then you start wearing them, and then you start washing them, and you never really kind of get that, you never get that fresh smell back. It's actually because bacteria is trapped in the socks. And the same thing happened with your workout clothes. So Accel Lifestyle uses Prima fabric that is patent pending, and it feels, I'm actually wearing it right now. It feels super soft and luxurious, and I'll go into why, but it's also antibacterial and washable in your washing machine, and you basically will keep your friends around you because your clothes won't stink. So I'm going to dive right into our apparel, and because of the first one I'm seeing on the screen, I am going to show you our, let's see, present to audience. Yes, this would be our power tank. So you'll see our power tank is in pink on the picture, and I'm actually showing it in pink as well. But it also comes in black and white. So the really cool thing about our power tank is that my mother she'll be 74 in June, and she works out 4 times a week. So she is an avid worker-outer, and she's 5'10", and she's like, Meg, if you're going to be designing workout clothes, you have to have a shirt for us older people. It can't just be all crop tops. So this is the power tank, which actually is funny. It's my favorite tank top to wear. And I love tying shirts in knots. I'm more of not a crop top person, a longer shirt, and then throw it in a cute knot to add a little pizzazz. So this is our power tank. You'll notice it's slightly longer in the back. Nice coverage in the front. Armholes, and this here size is an extra large. And the cool thing is that all of our tie-dye is water-based. So it's important for us in everything we do to make sure that we're keeping in mind the humans, the people that make our apparel, as well as the dyes that we're using. So it's really important to us that the workers are paid and treated fairly, but also that all of our dyes are water-based and not that chemical dye that a lot of people use. Another really cool thing is we love to support locals. So I mentioned earlier that we live in Texas, and we actually have 8th grade science teachers that hand tie-dye every single one of our shirts. You see pink here, but I'll get into yellow, and we have blue as well. So these are all hand tie-dyed, so every single tie-dye pattern is different and unique for you. So this is our power tank, tie-dyed in pink on Cloud 9, and all of our apparel, all of our shirts are made out of the Prima antibacterial textile that I talked about earlier. So next we're going to go to, because we're kind of like on the same idea, we'll just stay in the power tank. And what I'm going to do is show you the black tank. So as you can imagine, this is a very popular shirt. We all love black. And this is perfect over your yoga pants, your leggings, your joggers. We'll get into that. My favorite uniform is a t-shirt, either black or white, a pair of pants, and I love wearing dusters. I feel like I'm walking around in a cape. So this is like a staple. You'll see it's super soft. You can see the way it drapes, buttery soft like a cloud. And it's 100% sourced and made here in the United States. So our fabric is actually made in North Carolina with our amazing knitters and partners. And then the apparel is actually made in California with our amazing cut and sew factories. They're both incredible factories to work with. And we're so grateful to have found such an incredible supply chain and team here in the United States. So you'll see it's the same tank in the back. So basically it's a little bit dropper, a little bit lower drop in the back. And it's the power tank. And you'll see it just drapes super well. It doesn't easily wrinkle. It's washable and super soft. So that is our black power tank. So if I'm showing you the black power tank, well, I probably should show you the white power tank. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. So the white power tank you'll see is actually under the black power tank when you click into the website. So let's see what product I'm going to show next. Actually, I'll probably show what I'm wearing right now. So this is our timeless tee. So I mentioned in the beginning that when I first launched Accel, or not even way before I launched, when I was designing the fabric, it was because of my husband's stinky workout clothes, specifically his t-shirts that he worked out in. And he loves when I start with that story. He's kind of used to it now, but he's still like, Meg, does it have to be the opener to everything? And I'm like, yes, it does. Everybody loves the story. So what happened was I did the men's t-shirt. That was like pretty much the first style that we did. And then I would be wearing the men's t-shirt pretty much all the time. And I tie it in a knot like I love to do, be baggy and cute. And women started saying, so when are you going to design a t-shirt more for the women's physique? And I was like, okay, we'll get around to it. And then so many people started asking for it that I said, okay, team, it's time to design a women's t-shirt. And the best thing about a women's tee, you can wear it to work out. I personally always wear tank tops to work out. So I don't wear the t-shirt to work out, but I wear it under everything. I wear it as a standalone. I'll throw on my chunky necklaces. I've mentioned I love wearing dusters or capes. So it's pretty much the standard go-to t-shirt in my closet. I actually have it in black and white, of course. And then I think I have it in yellow, pink, and blue, the tie-dye with the non-toxic dye that we use as well. So the timeless tee, obviously I'm wearing it, but I'm going to show it to you. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Here she is. So you will see that, now let me just, for size, I know we're on video, this is a size small. So by no means is it fitted, but it definitely hugs the body in all the right ways. And on the side is a very, very small detail, but you'll see that the side seam, it does not go straight across. It actually dips down slightly in the front and dips down slightly in the back. So it has a little bit more character to it versus just a t-shirt that's straight across the bottom. The higher neck, which is great for layering all of your necklaces. And again, you can wear it under a suit jacket. You can wear it under a blazer. You can wear it by itself. I don't know about you all, but here in Houston, Texas, it's hot. I'm so warm right now that I made sure to put the AC in the house to 67 before this because I can't be showing up to a 30-minute Verishop live covered in sweat. But at least I'm wearing Accel Lifestyle. So we got the timeless tee for women. And it comes in black. It comes in white. And you'll notice on our website as well, it comes in a couple other colors. So yellow, since I'm here, I'm just going to bring up the yellow. Yellow is an interesting color. Obviously, I like yellow. If you look at my two art pieces behind, a friend of mine here in Houston, Haley Bowen, she actually painted those for my husband and I. I love yellow. Yellow to me is it's sunshine. Basically, yellow equals positivity, which equals sunshine. So I love it. However, what I found was yellow's not everybody's color. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure if it's my color, but I just love wearing it. So I'll wear a yellow shirt and I'll throw on a bright red lip and a bunch of gold jewelry, and I just kind of feel like a boss. So I love a pop of color, whether it's the lip, whether it's your shirt, whether it's both, but it's the same Prima antibacterial, super buttery soft. Da, da, da. So you kind of see how it drapes. It doesn't wrinkle easily. It's washable in the washing machine. So that is our women's timeless tee. Now, which one will I do next? Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? We'll give the men a little love. We'll give the men a little love. I mean, really, Accel Lifestyle started because of Kyle's Stinky Tea. So, dun, 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 which one do we want to do? All right, we'll do the OG Epic Tee. Here we go. So I am now showing you the Accel Lifestyle Epic Tee. And all of our names, we want to be just short and strong. So epic is probably one of like the strongest baller words. So we're going with the, with the Epic Tee. So this t-shirt was designed for a man's body, a man's physique. But as I mentioned before, it's actually one of my favorite tees. It's a little baggier, and you can tie it in or not, or just wear it big over a pair of shorts and, a pair of sneakers. So even though it's on, the men's here, you'll see that we also carry it in our women's line as well. So the Epic Tee, I'll show you this one, is true to size. So if the man in your life wears a large t-shirt, buy the large t-shirt. I know that there are some brands where you're like, is it true to size? So I go a little bigger, go a little smaller. Buy true to size for sure. And I would call it more of an athletic cut. So it's not, you go to some stores and you'll buy a men's t-shirt and it's just like boxy and it's super hard and like the sleeves stick out because the cotton's so hard. Well, this is more of an athletic cut. And you'll notice, again, it's super soft. It drapes. And the funny thing is, maybe not funny, haha, but an interesting scoop is when we launched Accel Lifestyle in August of 2019, we started selling the t-shirts for the men. And what we found was the men were buying the shirts, obviously, to work out in, or the women were buying the shirts for the men. But what happened was, the men were like, this shirt is so soft and so comfortable that we would rather have it be our going out t-shirt. So my husband included. I literally invented the antibacterial sustainable fabric to work out in and not sweat or not smell. And then all of a sudden, even my husband, it became his favorite going out t-shirt. So we have the plain black. Hello, Miss Christine. Thank you for joining the party. So we have the Epic Black right there, the men's tee. And then obviously if we have black, the next, I guess, most popular color is obviously white. So we have the men's Epic Tee in white. It's made out of the antibacterial Prima fabric. So even after 100 washes, for all you science nerds out there, which I love a good chemistry lesson, even after 100 washes, the shirt is still 98% antibacterial for gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria. So basically, your clothes start to stink because bacteria gets lodged in the fabric. Even after 100 washes, it still inhibits 98% of the bacteria from getting in the shirt. So your shirt always stays smelling clean. And again, it's washable, super soft, super breathable. It kind of feels like wearing a cloud. And also a big feature, as I love to talk about, is that it's 100% made here in the United States. It's ethical and sustainable. So as I've mentioned, our fabric, our Prima fabric, is made on the East Coast, and our apparel is made on the West Coast. And an interesting scoop was it took me about 3 years to invent the antibacterial fabric, which was much longer than I thought it would take, but I've never invented anything before. So I guess 3 years sounded about right. But the wild thing is it took just as long to have a fully domestic, made in the USA supply chain and partners to actually make our fabric and make our garments. Because as we all know, most of our apparel is made overseas. And in order for me to know and my team to know that everybody was paid and treated fairly, I had to have my entire network of factories here in the United States, because I had to be able to hop on an airplane, fly to the factory, not only meet with the owner of the factory and the management team, etc., but it was extremely important to me and a must to actually get a tour of the factory floor, talk to the workers, get to know the people that are making our clothes and our fabric, and make sure that the factories actually adhere to fair labor laws. So yes, it looks like a t-shirt. Obviously, it's apparel, but it's apparel made with love and kindness, and everything we do, we try to do the absolute best we can for humanity and the environment. And it's wild that this was happening back in, let's say, 2017 when I was designing the fabric. And back then, like the word sustainable, like now it's like a buzzword that everyone's talking about. But the word sustainable back in 2017, no one was really talking about. Quite frankly, I wasn't even saying the word because I was more just making sure people are, paid and treated fairly that are making the clothes. The environment is respected with all of our processes. But now the word sustainable is a thing. I mean, you can't go to I'm sure there's some out there, but so many apparel websites are talking about their sustainability initiatives, what they're doing to reduce plastic. And so I guess I'll dive into that. So it was really important to us, obviously, to have the fabric that's antibacterial and it's currently patent pending. It was extremely important to us to make sure that every single person from fiber to finished garment, every factory that we work with, everybody's paid and treated fairly. That was really important. And then the third part was zero plastic. And so it took a while, but with a lot of hustle and grind, and our director of operations, Amanda Kotler, built the team for about 4.5 years, total baller. So we're basically sitting there, we're like, okay, here's the deal. How can we sell a fabric or sell, thank you for the hearts. How can we sell a product? We're doing best with the environment and humanity, and then sell it and mail it in a plastic bag. We can't do that. Makes no sense. People do it all the time, but we were not going to do it. So research, phone calls, tests. We actually have zero plastic shipping. So what we did was, let's say you buy a shirt from another company. It'll a lot of times come in a plastic mailer, but then you open up the plastic mailer or the plastic envelope, and that shirt is in a plastic clear bag. Well, immediately you throw both away or you recycle them. But let's be honest, only 9% of all recyclable items are actually recycled in the United States. So most of those plastic bags that you touch for about 0.2 seconds actually end up in the landfill, and they take about 800 years to decompose. I'll get to that later. So what we did, we actually use a type of butcher paper. We did a lot of trial and error. So we actually take a butcher paper used for food, wrap our shirts and put a paper sticker, and then we actually put that into a 100% paper craft mailer. So when you buy Accel Lifestyle, there's zero plastic in our entire shipping, process and portfolio. So since I'm on the topic of plastic, I will then dive into bottoms that we launched later. We launched them earlier. We launched them like 2 months ago. And you're probably like, okay, so we're talking about plastic, zero plastic shipping, and now you're talking about apparel. Wait for it, team. Wait for it. Because obviously we've been selling shirts, and we're like, well, the people need to have some bottoms. You can't be walking around bottomless for the rest of your life. I mean, I guess you could, depending on where you live, but that's not the brand we're trying to build. So we came up with bottoms, our forever jogger. So you can't totally see, but I am living in these. So this is our timeless tee. I tie it in a knot all the time. I wear a duster. This is not Accel Lifestyle, but I pretty much always wear a duster because I feel like I'm walking around in a cape. And then I have on our forever joggers that are for men and women. They come in extra small to extra, extra large. They're made here in the United States. And they are made out of organic cotton. And you're like, okay, Meg, where does the plastic come from? And there are roughly eight plastic water bottles that are saved from the landfill, converted into a recycled polyester, into a yarn, and made into our joggers. So we call them the forever joggers because those 8 plastic bottles, whether it be Mountain Dew, water, whatever it is, those 8 plastic bottles are actually manufactured into a treatment that turns into a yarn that then goes into our joggers. And so we just saved those 8 plastic bottles from the landfill forever, hence the Forever Jogger. Because plastic actually takes about 800 years to 1,000 years for plastic to decompose in a landfill. So literally, when you throw away that plastic packaging, it will sit in a landfill, and I'm not exaggerating, for up to 800 years. That's how long one plastic straw, one plastic bottle, one plastic cup takes to decompose. So the Forever Jogger actually has organic cotton as well as 8 plastic water bottles that are made into a recycled polyester that are then sewn into the joggers. Now, again, it's kind of hard digitally to show how soft, but we're super into comfort. We've always been really into comfort and fit, but since the pandemic, we just all want to be comfortable all the time, and also confident, comfortable and confident. So you will see kind of maybe just how soft these are. And there are other brands out there, quite frankly, that have a much larger marketing budget than we have right now, that say that they are the world's softest jogger. We own those joggers because we've tried them on. And I'm happy to say that everyone who's worn our joggers say that these are the softest joggers they've ever had. I always say there's room for all companies, all people. I want everyone to be successful, but I'm excited to say that these are super, super soft, and they are made in California. And so again, it's organic cotton, and you're saving 8 plastic water bottles from the landfill when you purchase the Forever Joggers. And they come for men and women, size extra small to double XL. So I have them up for the men. And now I'm going to go to the women. So we have, it's the same exact jogger, just for men and women, and even like down to the tie. So some people, I'm just going to stand up. So some people like to wear it literally just like, hold on. Let me get a little more room to work the magic. So some people like to wear it like out, kind of like chill, hang, and I'll tuck the knot underneath. Because, I mean, this would look kind of weird to go like this and put a knot. So I like to tuck this underneath. I personally like a nice bow. But I also like that we chose to go with a really thicker, just a little bit off-white. So it kind of goes in line with that whole sustainable, earth-friendly design. It's a very nice, thick, soft tie. So it was important to us to have something that looks also in that kind of ethical, sustainable realm. And then as far as logos, we like to keep them real small. So we have just one little Accel logo, boop, right here. And that's it for logos. I want you to be super comfortable and know that everything that you buy from Accel Lifestyle, that you're part of our community and you're doing, making purchasing decisions that have humanity and the environment at the top of the forefront. And so let's see, the last one I'm going to show you is, okay, this is when we start talking about crop tops. So I mentioned in the beginning, I'm personally not really a crop top person. I'm 5'5", 5'5.5" on a good day. And if I wear high-waisted leggings, I'll wear a crop top, but I'm definitely more of a longer shirt, throw in a knot kind of person. However, the reason we launched with crop tops is because the consumer wanted them. When are you coming out with the crop top? When are you coming out with the crop top? And so guess what? We have a crop top. So this is actually one of our biggest sellers for women. It's either the black or the white. Oh, what do you know? I added some bling to it. Whoops, there we go. So I do love like a pop of color for confidence. So there's just one of my necklaces. You could wear the crop over a skirt, a pair of high-waisted leggings, a pair of denim shorts, anything you want. So the cool thing about our crop top is it's not super crop. It hits most people right at the top of the pants, whatever pants you're wearing. If you want to make it shorter, of course, you can put it in a knot. But this is our crop top, also made, all of our shirts are made from our Prima antibacterial fabric that I invented, and it's patent pending. And one thing I didn't mention, all of our fabric, the softness. Everyone's like, well, what's in it? How is it so soft? Well, there's a trade secret science that's actually knit into the fabric that inhibits the bacteria. That's why it stays smelling fresh. But the softness comes from Supima Cotton. It's a type of cotton that is only grown here in the United States. So when I said everything is sourced and made here in the States, I wasn't kidding. And so I had the pleasure and the honor of actually going to a few farms, Supima Farms out in California with Supima a couple of years ago. And I actually met with the farmers that literally grow the cotton. And it was so meaningful and so powerful, because not until you meet the people that actually help provide the materials for anything you're doing can you really formulate like a bond, I guess. And so I knew we were using Supima Cotton. I knew it was farmers that only were here in the United States, but to actually meet the farmers and hear about, quite frankly, the hardships. So when you're a farmer, every year your crop could be wonderful or it could be not wonderful. And sometimes they have pesticides or they have, let's say, well, yeah, they have pesticides. They have pests that come in and actually eat the cotton. So there are some, I guess, yields of cotton that are better in some years and some that aren't, based on obviously weather, based on, unfortunately, infestation sometimes. And so to meet these families that have had these farms for generations and generations and generations, and know that we're using that exact cotton from their farm in the United States, and we're supporting them, makes it even more exciting that we're using Supima Cotton. So again, Supima Cotton is only grown here in the United States. And before the pandemic, because we launched in August of 2019, it was just so important to us to have everything made ethically and sustainably, and to be able to put our heads on the pillow at night and know that, yes, we have a business. We're selling a product that, we really believe in. But the most important thing is that we're proving to the world that you can have a product, a service, a solution, and also be doing good for humanity and the environment. And that's really what our mission is to create amazing products, but most importantly, to do it in a way that shows people that you can, make better decisions. I mean, no one's going to make perfect decisions all the time, but we can all be mindful of the decisions we make. We can be mindful of the companies that we buy from and what are their ethos and what's their mission for humanity and the environment. And we're excited that Accel Lifestyle is one of the companies, and there's many out there, and there's more and more every day that gets me so excited. But Accel Lifestyle truly focuses on humanity and the environment, focusing on comfort and feature and function. And I hope you can kind of find out or just feel it through the screen how passionate I am about what we're doing. And we're basically wanting to create a movement for positive change. So everything we do, we're hoping to inspire other people, other companies to just try to do better, make the smallest change that could truly have the biggest impact. If we, as a small business, were able to figure out how to have zero plastic in our entire shipping process, everybody can figure it out. I mean, it's doable. And so feel free to reach out anytime. I actually absolutely loved you all spending time with me today. And we will be back probably the next couple weeks to do another Verishop Live. But if you have any questions at all, hit us up, and we're excited to hear from you. And have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day and rest of your week. Thank you. Bye-bye.